welcome. Thanks for joining me. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Helen, and today we're going to do a practice to lift the spirits. I thought in these times of social distancing we could use a little lightness and a little open-heartedness. So, in terms of props, if you have a green foam yoga block and a strap, you can grab those. If not, no worries, we can improvise at home. A folded blanket will be just fine. And instead of a strap, you can just use a rolled tea towel or any length of cloth. So, those of you that have taken classes with me know that I'm pretty bad at left and right, especially when I'm mirroring, which I'll be doing today. So when I tell you to go left, I'll go right, so it's easier for you to follow. But if I do get confused, just make sure you balance out both sides. That's all that really matters. So let's get centered. I'm just going to sit on the edge of my blanket. So sit however is comfortable for you with whatever sort of props you need so that your back and your hips feel as okay as they can. And before we close our eyes, let's just do 3 shoulder shrugs and rolls. So as you inhale, just squeeze the shoulders up to the ears. Exhale. Roll them down the back. Good. Let's do 2 more. Breathe in. Squeezing. Exhale. Slide the shoulders down. Lovely. Last one. Breathe it in. Exhale. Good. All right. So let's get ready to center. Just shake everything out. And then we'll close the eyes. And just settle in. Just feeling the sit bones. Feel the weight of the legs and the feet being supported by the floor. Maybe move a little forwards and backwards. Maybe a little left, a little right, just to find that sweet spot where you can sit upright with the least amount of effort. And then settle in there. And we're going to do 3 big sighs here, just to try and let go of any tension in the throat through the neck. So as you're ready, just take a regular breath in and out to start with. Good, and then we'll breathe in. Sigh it out. Good, let's do 2 more. Breathing in. Big sigh out. Good, 1 more. Breathe it in. Good, and then coming to nostril breathing if you're not congested. And let's check in with the face. Can you smooth out the forehead? Soften around the eyes, the temples. Relax around the ears and down through the hinge of the jaw. Soften across the cheeks, the bridge of the nose. Soften the lips. Just bringing a little tiny smile to the corners of the mouth that extends up to the eyes. And then relax the tongue within the mouth so the whole face is soft and at ease. And then just do a little check-in through the whole body. Start at the feet, travel up, and just honestly see how you're feeling, where you're starting your practice from today. Notice if you want to skip any areas or linger. Try not to. So if you do have any areas that are talking to you today, just remember those yogic principles as we travel through the class to practice honesty and kindness with yourself, to use your energy wisely and well. So don't push beyond any comfortable range of motion. Just take a break or modify. And then I invite you now to come to somewhere in the body that feels really well today, where there's a sense of perhaps ease, lightness. And with your focus there, imagine that sense of well-being as a light of your favorite color, sparkling light. And over the course of the next few breaths, just imagine that light expanding, that feeling of well-being unfurling throughout the body. Arms, legs, soles of the feet, top of the head, to the surface of the skin, so that your whole body is filled with that beautiful, sparkling sense of ease. Good. So, coming away from that, let's tune into the breath now. Nothing to change, just notice breath in, breath out, the feel of the breath at the nostrils. Cool air in, warm air out. And then just see if you can perhaps take that breath just a little deeper, just a little wider, but not forcing it. Feeling those side ribs expand as you inhale. Perhaps the belly gently moves forward with that in-breath and softens back towards the spine as you exhale. And don't forget to breathe into the back of the body. Good. So we're just going to do a little breathing practice that is really good for helping with stress and for kicking in that relaxation response. So I invite you to breathe in for a count of 3 and exhale for a count of 5. If that's too much, try 3 and 4. So just slightly lengthening that exhalation. And letting each exhalation be a vehicle to soften now, to release. So notice if you're holding any tightness through the neck and the shoulders. Next exhalation, just soften there, soften across the collarbones, down the arms. Perhaps you're holding some tightness, some emotions in the chest and the belly. If you are, on the next few exhalations, just see if you can soften there. Letting go of anything that you just don't need to hold on to anymore. Good, let's try 3 more of those breaths. The slightly longer exhalation, please. Good, and then just come back to your regular breath. And as we travel through the class, let your breath be the teacher. We'll check in. And if we're holding it, or it's perhaps a little shallow, a little fast, we'll just try and come back to how the breath felt just now. So, as you're ready, let us gently awaken, fingers and toes, give them a little wriggle. Keep the eyes closed, but as you inhale, bring the hands, palms together in a prayer position at the middle of the chest. Take a moment there. And then, as you're ready, just drop the chin down towards the fingertips, lengthen the back of the neck. Take one breath in and out there. Soften the shoulders again. Good, and then as you're ready, just very gently blink the eyes open into that quiet spot. Good, and then we'll come up to the light. Namaste. All right, let's get started. So let's just shake out those legs. You've been sitting for a little while. Let's just do a little in and out. So we'll inhale as we turn the toes out. Exhale as you turn them in. Keep a little bend in the knees if your hamstrings and hips are tight here. And use the hands to prop you up. Good. Let's just do a couple more of those. Good. And then just another little exercise for the feet. Breathe in, flex the toes, pull them back towards you. Exhale, point them, stretch the tops of the feet. Good, let's do that a couple more times. Breathe in, pull those toes back. Exhale, point the toes. Good, one more. Good. And then take a hold of the right leg, just gently draw it in a little towards your chest, and let's just do some very small and slow ankle circles. There is no rush. Good. And then the other direction. Might be some clicks and creaks. That's okay. Good, gently place that down, drop the left leg. Same thing, just slow little ankle circles. Watch the shoulders, watch the neck. Good, keep that breath. Good, other way. Good, and then very gently place that down. All right, so we're going to come back to seated. If you were cross-legged before, you can cross the other way now if that's comfy. If this sitting like this isn't comfy, you can totally be in a little straddle or have the legs in front of you. So just see what suits you. It really doesn't matter. We're just going to get a little into the neck and the shoulders here. So sit nice and tall. Inhale, lengthen the crown of the head up to the heavens. And as you exhale, we're just going to very gently tip left ear towards left shoulder. Shake out that other arm. Good, inhale up. I think I went the wrong way. As you're ready, exhale over to the other side. Good, shake out the opposite arm. Good, soften there. And then as you're ready, inhale back to center. Good, and a couple of shoulder rolls here. Good. All right, so let's open up those shoulders a little more. Take the hands out to the side, palms facing forwards. As you're ready, we're going to just simply breathe in, grow tall through the side ribs. Exhale, draw that prayer down. Good, let's do a few more. Breathe in, lengthen. Exhale, draw that down. If you want to add on a little here, you can try and bring the elbows together as you bring the arms down. It's a little more challenging. If it doesn't feel nice, just come down with the elbows out to the side. Good. Let's do one more this way, then we'll go the other direction. Good. So let's go the opposite way. Breathe in, send the prayer up. Exhale, turn the palms down, soften the shoulders. Good. Let's do a few more. Breathe in, reaching, grow tall. Exhale, spread the fingers wide. Feel the energy there. Good. Let's do 3 more. Breathe in, lengthen through the belly. Good, exhale, couple more. Finding that breath. Exhale, good, last one here. Good, and then just shake out those wrists. Good, very nice. All right, let me see if I can get my left and right figured out. So you are going to bring your left foot your left foot into your right thigh, and you're going to have your right leg extended, hopefully. All right, so we're going to do a little spinal twist here. So sitting on the edge of your blanket, if that helps, to be a little bit raised up, a little softness in that right knee. And if you need something to prop up the left knee, you can always put your little tea towel under there or something a little larger. So let us inhale the left arm up towards the ceiling. Exhale, turn towards that knee. Place that left arm behind you and gently slide the right arm towards that knee. A little flexion through those right toes, pull them towards you. And then lift the chest, lift the heart through. Sit tall, slide the shoulders back. And the head doesn't need to be turning around a long way here. Keep it just in the middle of the chest. Soften the shoulders, and we'll settle in for 5 breaths in this beautiful twist here. So, as you inhale, think tall, push down into the earth, lengthen, and as you exhale, soften around that beautiful height. Good, nice breaths into the belly, into the back. Soft face. Good, let's take a couple more. Going a little deeper if that's available, but no worries if not. Good, and on your next inhalation, we'll gently come to center. We're going to stay with this leg here. And we're going to do some forward bends towards the opposite leg. So the straight leg should be your right leg, I hope. So inhale, gently roll up the arms. Exhale from that hip crease, keeping the back relatively straight. Calm down, doesn't matter how far, don't worry about it. Good, inhale, grow long. Exhale, so we're stretching a little the back of that leg, yes. Across the lower back through the hips. So just sort of go easy here. Don't overdo it. Be kind, be honest. Good. So we're trying to bring the chest towards that leg rather than scrunching the shoulders up and bringing them down. So keep the shoulders down. Good, let's do a couple more. Very nice. Good. All right, so we're going to stay with this leg position. We've got one more little thing to do here. We're going to try a half wheel here. Two versions of this depending on how your shoulders and wrists are feeling. So for this one, we'll place the left hand behind us. Then we're going to roll onto that shin and that right foot and take the right arm up into the air. So this is the full posture. We pop up the hips. Left hand is on the floor. And we breathe. If that's too much, just come into a stretch with that right arm up and keep the hips on the floor. Otherwise, you can pop those hips up and we'll stay here for 3 nice big breaths. Opening through the chest. Good. Soften the face, perhaps try a little smile there. Nice work. Last breath here. And on the exhalation, just swing those hips back to where you started. Good. We'll do the other side in just a minute. We're just going to take Baddha Konasana, cobblers, between sides. So bring the soles of the feet together. They can be a ways out or in, depending on how your hips are feeling today. Place the hands on the knees. We'll just do some little butterfly bounces here. Good. Let's roll those shoulders as well. Good. All right, a couple more here. Nice easy breaths into the belly. Good. All right, so let's get ready to do the other side. So we're going to have our left leg extended, our right foot coming into the top of that left thigh. You can prop this knee if you need to, maybe something a little bigger under there. Good, and sit tall. Make sure the hip bones are tilted forwards so we're not slumping like this, yes? So lift that heart through. Sit nice and tall, a little flexion through those toes. And let's do our twist on this side. So let's inhale the right arm up, grow tall. Exhale, place it behind you. Slide that left hand towards that knee. And then just check in here. Make sure you're not sort of falling backwards. Use that back hand to prop you up, lifting the chest, opening the heart. Good, a little flexion through those toes. And let's take 5 breaths here. Neck is soft, shoulders are relaxed. Inhaling, growing really tall. Exhale, soften around that beautiful tall spine. Good. A few more breaths. So as you're here, ask yourself, where am I holding tension that I don't need to be? Where am I working where I just don't need to work? So soften the arms, soften the shoulders. Can you relax a little through the seat? Soften the belly. Good. 2 more breaths. Going a little deeper if you wish. Good. Last one here. Steady exhale. Good. And as you're ready, let's inhale back to center. Good. All right, let's get ready to do our forward bends over that leg. So turn towards it. Inhale, grow tall. Reach up with the arms. Lengthen through the side ribs. Good. Exhale, coming down to your capacity. Inhale, run the arms up that leg. Grow tall again. Exhale from that left hip crease. So keep those shoulders sliding down. Don't let them crowd the ears. Good. Keep a little bend in that left knee. Let's do a couple more. Very nice. Good. Last one. Exhale. Good. Inhale to come up. Very nice. All right, let's try our half wheel on this side. We'll pop our props out of the way. Right hand will come behind you. We're going to roll onto that left foot. Sweep the left arm up to the ceiling and pop into half wheel. Good. Staying down if this is too much to be up on that wrist. And we'll take about 3 big breaths here, feeling that stretch through the left hip flexors. Maybe a little back bend here if that suits. Watch the breath, it'll tell you if you're doing too much. Good, let's take a couple more. Nice work. Good, and on your next exhalation, just sliding back to where you started. Nice job, let's come back to cobblers. Good. And this time we're going to do some side bends here. So have the hands out either side, and as you're ready, take the left arm up, inhale, exhale, nice little side bend. Good. Inhale, travel through. Exhale, other side. So if your shoulders are talking to you, you can keep the upper arm just tucked behind the head, or if they're really talking to you, you can keep that arm low and just have it across the chest. So just do whatever suits you today. Good. Inhaling up, cartwheeling over. Exhale, feeling that beautiful stretch through the side ribs. Find the breath there. Good, let's do a couple more. Good. One more each side. Good, and then come to stillness. We're just going to do a little back bending cobblers here. So just reach the hands a little behind you. Lean back, and then gently push the feet together. And then we're going to lift the belly, the solar plexus, the heart. If your neck has no problems, you can send the head back. Otherwise, keep the chin tucked. But just enjoy, however you are, that beautiful opening through the front of the spine. Take a couple of breaths here. Good. Soften the face. One more. Good. And as you're ready, inhale. Chin comes back first, and then we walk forwards. Very nice work. Let's very gently just bring those legs up. Good. And we're going to get ready to come onto our hands and knees. So, if like me, your knees talk to you, might be nice to have a green block or a blanket or a pillow underneath. Let's come onto all fours. We're going to do a little cow-cat here. So just check that your knees are under your hips, that your wrists are under your shoulders, fingers are spread nice and wide. If your wrists talk to you, you can just roll the front of your mat up and rest them to give them a little space. You can rest them on the mat there. Good. So, tops of the toes are down. As you're ready, let's inhale. Lift the head and the heart. Good. Exhale into your arched cat. Drop the head down. Good. Inhale. Sit bones flare. Shoulders slide back. Head lifts. Exhale, round out the back. Push up between the shoulder blades. Good. So you can add on here, or you can stay right where you are. If you want to add on, the next time you inhale, you can just flip the toes a little to stretch the soles of the feet. And as you exhale, tops of the toes come down, and you can maybe try lifting the knees, but that's totally optional. Just see what suits your body today. Good. The main thing is that we're just getting a little movement, a back bend and a forward bend through that spine. Good. Let's do 2 more. Good. Last one. Good. And then let's sit back to give those wrists a break. Sit back however you like. If you want to stretch the feet, you could flip the toes and sit tall. If you want to really stretch the toes, you could sit back a little more. And then bring the backs of the hands together and just press the wrists there. Good. And then interlace the fingers and just make a little wave movement with those hands. Good. And then shake those out. All right, so we're going to come back to all fours. And again, you can be on your blanket if that's nice for your knees. And we're going to take the left leg out to the side. And then we're gently just going to come up to get ready to do gate. So let's take that left hand onto that leg. We're going to inhale the right arm up, grow really tall. Then we're going to exhale into a nice little side bend. Again, if your shoulders are sore, the arm can be here. It can be here, doesn't matter. And just feel that beautiful stretch through the right side of the body. Slide the shoulders down and breathe into those side ribs. Good, soften the face. Just find the breath here. Good, 2 more. Coming out sooner if you need though. Good, last breath here. Good. And then we'll very gently inhale, use those core muscles to come up. Good. Exhale, we're going to take the hands down in front of us. We're going to thread the needle. We're still going to stay with this leg out to the side. Plant the right hand on the ground in front of you. Inhale, lift, left arm up, rotate through the back. Exhale, thread the needle, bending the right elbow, sliding the left arm under. Good. We're coming back up. We're going to move here. Vinyasa. Inhale, open up. Exhale, thread that left arm through, bend the right elbow in towards you. Coming down. Good. So just come down as far as you're comfortable with. The breath will tell you. Good. We'll do 3 more after this one. Very nice. Beautiful big breath and nice steady exhalation. Last one here. Good. And then come to all fours, bring that leg in. And we'll just come up off the wrists, give them a little shake. Good. Press the backs together again, soften the shoulders. And then interlace the unusual way with the other little finger at the bottom. We'll just do a little wave there. Good. All right. Let's get ready to do gate on the other side. So come back to all fours, take the right leg out. Good. Gently push up. Right hand on the right leg. Inhale up that left arm. Exhale. Good. Softening the head and shoulders, adjusting that upper arm if it needs to be somewhere perhaps a little lower for you. And then breathing into those left ribs. Good. Let's take 3 more breaths here. Good, last one. And as you're ready, using those back and belly muscles to come up. Good, let's place the hands down. Let's thread the needle this side so the left hand, is planted. Inhale, that right arm up, open up. Exhale, thread it through, bending left elbow towards you. Good, coming down. We'll do about 6 or 7 of these. Might be different this side. That's okay. Just notice the mind. Is it staying with you in this time and place? Or is it wandering off? And if it does wander off, it doesn't matter. Just notice and bring it back to the body, to the breath, to your practice. These are difficult, distracting times, so it's really nice just to stay with the body, with the breath for a little while at least. Good, last one here. Good, coming up. Good, and then reassembling yourself there. And again, pushing up and just giving those wrists a little shake. Very nice work. All right, so a really nice heart opener is called Camel, Uttanasana. And so I'm going to go sideways for this one. I like sitting under my knees for this. You might not need it, but totally up to you. So we're going to have the knees a little bit apart, hip width apart. Tops of the feet can be on the ground, all toes flipped. See which works best for you. Then we're going to take the hands and place them on the back. So some people like them a little lower, some higher. Just see where you sort of feel you get the most support. So this is our inhale with shoulders, hips, and knees aligned. And we start to tip backwards. Sorry, this is our inhale. Everything aligned is the bottom of our exhalation. So we inhale, pop the hips forwards. Good. Engage the glutes to support the back. As you exhale, you're coming up to line up hips, shoulders and knees. Good. Inhale, lengthen through the front of the body. Push the hips forwards. Keep the shoulders traveling down. Exhale. So if your neck has any issues, keep that chin in neutral. If your neck is totally ailment and injury free, you can take the head back a little with you if you wish, like this. But watch that. Go easy, it's not essential. Good. So think space and length through the front of the spine, through the heart center. We're trying to squeeze a little those elbows together. Just to get into the shoulder blades. Good. Can we do a couple more? Nice work. Big hip flexor stretch, yes? Those muscles at the top of each thigh. Lovely. Last one. Good. And then come down to all fours, and we're going to push back into child. So any version of child that you like, you can rest the head on the fists or the backs of the hands. The knees can be together or they can be wide apart. Perhaps the head might make it to the ground and you can pop the hands by the feet. Whatever suits you. Let's take 4 really big breaths into the back here. Good. So very gently, we are going to come to standing. Take your time. Good. Let's just shake that all out. All right. So I'm going to get you to make some kind of silly noises now. This is breath of joy. It's really good to lift your mood if you're having a bit of a blah kind of day. And I'll go first. You can see how it goes, and then we'll all do it together. So you stand with the feet a little wider than your normal mountain pose, perhaps just a little wider than hip width apart. And then we float the fingertips to the shoulders. So the breath consists of 2 sniffs as you inhale and 2 sounds like this, ha, ha, as you exhale. Told you it was silly. So we sniff left, twist. We sniff twisting right. We punch, ha, with the right arm, and then ha with the left. I'll do it at speed a couple of times. Okay. Ha, 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 ha. All right, let's do it together. Take a nice breath in and out. We're going left first, sniff. Ha, 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 ha. Ha, ha. 3 more. Ha, ha. Ha, ha. Last one. Ha, ha. Good. And then just come to stillness. Let the hands come down. And just take a moment. See how the energy is. See how you're feeling. Good. Find the breath again. Good. And then let's shake that out. Very nice work. All right. So we are just going to come back to a more regular mountain position now. So bring the feet a little closer together. And just play around, heels and toes. Make sure the weight is really evenly distributed between the feet and throughout the soles of both feet. Good, let's take the hands to prayer here. Good, we're simply going to do what we did seated at the beginning. We're going to inhale, take the arms up. Exhale, bring that prayer down. Good, let's go a couple more times. Breathe it in, spread the fingers wide as if you were gathering up some energy and bringing it down. Good. One more. Good. And then we're going to go straight into the opposite direction. So breathe in, bring the prayer up through the middle. Exhale, turn the palms down, spread the fingers. Good. Let's do 2 more. Exhale. Good. Breathing in. Exhale. Good. So as we come down from this one now, we're going to bend the knees and swan dive, down, down, down. Knees still bent into a little forward bend here. Let the head hang. Give it a nod and a shake. Keep the knees soft. Make sure you're not hanging out in the heels with all the weight. Bring some of the weight into your toes. And then shrug and roll the shoulders a couple of times. Good. And then just travel both hands round to the pinky toe side of the right foot. Have a little stretch there. Take a breath or 2. Notice across the back how that feels. Good. And then come through center. Take both hands to the outside of the left foot. Check in with the head and shoulders and just dangle there for a couple of breaths. Good. And then as you're ready, come to center, really ragdoll the arms, push into the feet, and as you inhale, just roll up. Knees stay bent. Let the arms slide up the front of the legs and then come to the outside, and then the shoulders slough over the hips. The head comes up. And just take a moment there. Find the breath. Good, nice work. All right, let's shake that out. So let's do a little bouncing. We're just going to do some toe rises here. So come back to your mountain pose. We'll take the hands in prayer. I'm going to turn sideways for this one. And we're simply going to inhale, come up onto the toes. And exhale. And slowly lower down. So see if you can lower down for the whole length of your exhalation rather than just plonking straight down. So breathe in. Exhale. So we're using the calves here. We're also using the thighs. Try to draw the kneecaps up. Little engagement through the belly will help. And find a soft spot to focus on in front of you. Good. Check in with the face. That doesn't need to be doing any yoga, so soften the face and the shoulders and the neck. Good. Let's try a couple more after this one. Good. Slow and steady. Good. Last one. So balanced postures can really help quieten the mind if you're in the midst of a little bit of chaos as we are now. So that one's just really nice. You can do it when you're brushing your teeth or waiting for the kettle to boil. All right, so we are going to do cow face, which is really great for opening the chest. Said to be good for the immune system, so we'll give it a whirl. So you're going to grab your strap or your tea towel, whatever it is you're using. We're going to take the feet slightly wider now, sort of wider than hip width, and plant them, let them feel nice and solid. Turn the toes out just a little bit so it feels really comfy. Good. And then we're going to take that strap in your right hand, and you're very gently going to inhale that right arm up and exhale and bend it. So if your shoulders are tight, you can bring that elbow forward. If they're not too bad, the elbow might be above the shoulder. Good. And then we're going to take the left hand over top, and we're going to make little circles with that right elbow. Very slow, no rush, just to soften up a little. Good. Let's go the other direction. Good. And then give that tricep a little rub. Good. All right, now we're going to take the left arm, we're going to reach around to the back, and hopefully you'll find your strap, your tea towel. Doesn't matter how high up that lower hand is. Some of you might not need the strap, you might be able to join fingers there. Doesn't matter, just go with where you're at. Good. We're going to inhale, pop the hips forwards a little, have a little back bend, and then we're going to exhale, bend the knees a little, and just come to a 90 at most. Good. We're going to inhale, engage the core to come all the way up. We're going to exhale, tip forwards again from the hip crease. Good. Breathing, checking in with the face. Good. Let's try a couple more. Exhaling as you come forwards. Try to keep that right elbow a little up. Good. Last one this side. Very nice. Breathe in. Exhale, come down. Inhale. Good, and then very gently release those arms. Ooh, good, have a little shrug and roll and just check in with that neck. Good, see how you feel there. All right, let's do the other side. So we'll take the strap in the left hand. Good, we'll inhale that left arm up. Exhale, bend there. Good. And then we're going to take the right arm and just warm up there with some little circles of that left elbow. Good. Go one direction a few times and then the other. Nice. Good. And then give that tricep a little rub with the right hand. Good. And then sweep that right arm out behind you. Find the strap wherever it is on this side. Might be different. Quite often it is. Good. So settle in there. Watch that you're not overarching the back. Keep a little weight forwards of the feet so it's not all in your heels. Inhale. Let's come into a lovely little back bend. Good. Exhale. Slight bend in the knees as you come down to a 90 at most, stretching the back of the legs. Good. Inhale. Using all that core strength to come up. Beautiful. Exhale. Coming back down. Good. 2 or 3 more, depending on how it feels for you. Good. Very nice. Last one. Good. Coming up, taking a moment. Then on an exhale, just undoing that. We can get rid of the strap. And just see how that feels. Shake it out. Good. Just walk the feet in to a little more neutral position. Good. So we're going to get ready to do tree, another balancing posture, just to help calm the mind and find a little balance. So pick a side, whichever side, then I won't get my left and right confused. And without moving anything yet, just shift all your weight into the foot that you want to be standing on. And then once you can feel all that weight there, pick up the other leg. So nice double root position is just to have one foot on the floor with the heel against the other ankle. If you're feeling a little bit more balanced, you can perhaps try on the calf, never on the knee. And if your pants aren't too slippy and your hips are happy, you could always have that foot up against the thigh. I'm going to go down a little today. Good. So settle in there, make sure the hips are in neutral. Then we're going to take the hands into prayer because we're going to do tree with a little vinyasa with the hands here, just to make it a little more challenging. Good. So we'll just find a breath or two here as we settle in. So zip up the belly and then draw up the kneecap of that standing leg. Engage a little the glutes. Soften the shoulders. Check in with the head. Beautiful. All right, so we're going to take an inhalation with the hands at prayer. We're going to exhale, send that prayer forwards. We're going to inhale, palms up out to the sides. Exhale, bring the palms together in front of you. Inhale, hands back to the heart. Beautiful. Exhale, send the prayer forwards. Inhale, open it up. Exhale, palms together. Inhale, prayer at the chest. Good, so if it's wobbly, that's fine. It's meant to be fun. Just give yourself a little wink. Find your center and then come back and join us. Good. Inhale as you spread the arms. Exhale, palms together in front of you. Inhale, grow tall as the hands come back to the chest. It's a little windy in here. Good, let's try one more. Very nice work. Good, bring it home. Take a moment, settle. Good, and then step out. Lovely. All right, shake that out. And then just come back to standing and just feel the difference between the legs, the feet, maybe the temperature of the feet. How they feel in terms of energy or size. Just notice, there's no normal. Good, and then let's do the other side. So, shifting that weight sort of internally first into the other leg to be your standing leg. And then as you're ready, choosing the foot position. It can be the same or different, doesn't matter. Finding your balance, bring the hands to prayer, soften the shoulders. Check in with the head and neck, good. Imagine a little weight sort of in the big toe of that standing foot, that might help. Settle the balance there, good. So let's take a nice breath in here. Exhale, send that prayer forwards. Good, inhale, palms up, spread the wings. Lovely. Exhale, palms together. Inhale, prayer to the heart center. Lovely. Exhale, send it forward. So just do this with your breath. You don't have to synchronize with me. I'm busy yappering at you. Good. Lovely, feeling nice and tall, engaging the quads, engaging the glutes, but softening through the shoulders, through the chest, through the face. Again, just ask yourself, where can I work a little less hard here? Where can I let go and just use my energy really wisely and well? Good. Let's try one more here. If you're done, be done. Good. Bring it home. Gently step out. And try not to fidget or adjust. Just feel the body now. You can even close the eyes or just drop the gaze down. Just see how left and right side feel, how the energy is, how the mood is, how the mind is. Good, and then shake it out. Good, we've got one more posture to do before you get to lie down. It's not even a posture, it's kind of a yummy forward bend just to finish off. So We're going to stand in mountain pose. We're going to inhale, the arms out to the side. Exhale, cross your left arm on top of the right. Shrug the shoulders down. Give the head a shake. Really bend the knees here. Inhale, perhaps a little back bend. And then exhale, tuck the chin and just roll down into yourself. Now you might want to stop here, high up, because that opens between the shoulder blades. Feels kind of yummy. Or maybe you want to go a little deeper and open up through the mid-back. And if you go even deeper, you'll feel the stretch more across the lower back. So wherever you are, relax the head. Don't let the shoulders crowd the ears. And just soften into this, perhaps closing the eyes if you're not dizzy. Breathing into the back. Making sure all the weight isn't in your heels. Just even that out through the feet. Good. And just enjoy that expansive breath in the back. Let's try one more. Good, and then as you're ready, push into the feet. Inhale, rolling up slowly. The head will be the last thing to come up. Good, and then open up. Good. Let's go the other way. Right arm on top. Good. Bend the knees. Settle the shoulders, settle the neck. Good. Inhale, perhaps a little back bend. Exhale, tucking the chin and rolling down. Slowly, just going to whichever height you want this side. It can be the same or different. Just go to a place where it feels yummy for you and then relax the head. Soften through the shoulders and just take a few nice easy breaths there. Good, last one. And as you're ready, a little bend in the knees, push into the feet to roll yourself up nice and slowly. Shoulders slot over the hips, the head is last. Good, and then release. Take a moment. Nice job. All right, it's time to lie down. So grab any props that you might want. You might want a pillow under your knees or something under your head. And just get ready to lie down. Just coming onto the mat. Don't hold your breath as you come down. You can have the palms up or down with the arms out to the side. You can have the hands on the belly. It doesn't matter. Let the feet fall softly apart. Give the head a little roll side to side. And then just come to stillness, closing those eyes. Feeling the support of the earth beneath you. And we're going to do 3 sighs here, just like we did at the beginning. So take a regular breath in and out. And then a nice easy inhalation. And then sigh it out through the mouth. Good, let's go again. Nice easy breath in. Exhale. Good, one more. Nice easy breath in. Exhale. Good, letting go of all the work, any tension, any stress, anything you're holding. And then just come to your regular breath now. Noticing the breath at the nostrils. Breath in, breath out. Cooler air in, warmer air out. Begin to soften the face again, smoothing out the forehead. Softening the muscles around the eyes. Letting the eyelids become even heavier as you soften the eyes behind them. Bringing the gaze either down towards the heart or to the middle of the forehead, third eye. Let the eyes relax completely. Soften the bridge of the nose, soften the temples. Soften around the ears, down into the hinge of the jaw. Let the jaw be completely slack. Soften the lips. Relax the insides of the cheeks. And then soften the tongue, base of the tongue. Take a nice, easy breath in, draw it all the way to the crown of your head, and as you exhale, think of the word relax and let it wash head to toe right through you. We'll do that a couple more times. Nice breath and your mind's eye up to the crown of the head. Exhale, relax, relax, letting it wash out through the soles of your feet, anything that no longer serves you. One more, breathe it in. Relax. Sinking down into the earth, softening now, letting go of all the work. Good. Softening shoulders, softening the arms, the hands. Softening the legs all the way from the hips down to the soles of the feet. And then noticing the breath in the rib cage now, the gentle rise and fall. The soft breathing in, rising up the rib cage. As you exhale, it's just a surrender down. There's no work at all. And let each exhalation be that vehicle to soften, to take away stress or tension. Softening the collarbones. Softening the ribs, front, sides and back. And then bring your awareness down to the belly. Just notice the breath there. There's nothing to change. Just simply breathing in. Simply breathing out. Softening the belly, the skin, the muscles. And then take that sense of softness down through, around the navel to the lower back, and feel the back softening and winding into the earth beneath you now. Soften the whole way down the spine, from the neck right down to the tailbone, as if all the muscles were just softening and melting away. Soften through the hips and pelvis. Relax the seat. And I invite you just to rest and breathe here. Breathing in a sense of peace. Exhaling, allowing a sense of ease to fill the entire body. Breathing in a sense of peace. Exhaling a sense of ease. Like that beautiful light of your favorite color, just filling the body with a sense of well-being. Peace and ease. Simply breathing in, simply breathing out. Good, so very gently, I invite you to imagine that energy, that sparkling light of your favorite color, gaining in intensity at the hands and feet, bringing sort of a little awareness there, a little sparkling quality, to the point that you are ready to awaken those hands and feet. So give the hands and feet a little wiggle, fingers and toes, bringing awareness back. And then keeping the eyes closed, perhaps a movement of the head, and then wrists and ankles as you make your way to whatever stretch or movement the body is asking for now. Just take your time, the body will tell you. Keep the eyes closed. Just enjoying that stretch or two. And when you're kind of stretched out, let's come onto one side or the other, it doesn't matter which. Choose a side and just still with the eyes closed, lie on that side. Just to check in, just to segue between your Shavasana and the rest of your day. Just see how you're doing there. How's the body? How's the mood? How's the mind? And last but not least, how is that breath traveling now? Good. So leave behind whatever you want to leave behind on the mat. Gather up whatever might be useful for the rest of your day. And then using both hands, let's push up to seated. We'll bring the hands to a prayer position. Thank you all so much for joining me today. It's been a real pleasure. I hope we can practice again together sometime soon. Be well. Namaste.